Alright, guys, welcome back to another episode of Dead Man Gold and Silver. I'm probably going to have to cut these videos into a few parts here. So, just wanted to go over like my experience that I've had. This was probably about 6-7 years ago. I went to a financial program. I'm no means a financial advisor. I just enjoy making these videos for you guys and sharing my experiences with you. So, let's get right into it. And, so this program was, it definitely had a bunch of good points, to be learned in there, and I think it was somewhat worthwhile. Um, you know, it just kind of left a, we watched a bunch of videos, and then we kind of like broke into groups and, had a general discussion of, what the video was, but it also just kind of left a lot of unanswered questions that I had, because of this program was highly against precious metals and was, definitely not even remotely involved in precious metals at all. In fact, it was kind of on the real estate market aspect side of it. It was, so your steps were, you got $1,000 saved up, that was your emergency fund, and then you did what they call the debt snowball. You took your lowest debt, you paid that off, and then you went to your next lowest debt and you paid that off, and you just kept snowballing it and adding the amounts of, your payments to each debt that you had. But I try to stay out of debt as, as remotely as possible. I have one credit card. I only use that credit card to buy stuff on the internet because of, in the past, I've had my credit card compromised, and it was just, it's not a fun experience. I don't recommend it. And yeah, it just sucks. So I had like $2,000 taken out of my bank account one time, and yeah, I did get that money back from the bank, but it was just a freaking hassle. So I'd just rather, use the credit card, and I get paid bi-weekly, and usually when I get paid, I pay that balance off, so I'm not in debt. So that was like the second step, was get your debt paid off, and like the third step was like term life insurance or something along that lines. But don't quote me on this stuff, because if it's been a few years since I was through this program, and can't recall it like in the back of my head here. So I mean, it's, and then they had you investing in the real estate market, with like getting rental properties and such. And right now, I don't see how that can be, with everybody in their financial situation that they're in right now. I don't see how that could be very lucrative. And honestly, I think some people may think as a house as an investment, but I don't really think it's an investment. I think of it more as a very possible financial burden because of all the things that can go wrong. I mean, it's kind of like an automobile, but you get equity in the house instead of the automobile, but that's a whole nother subject there. So it can be a very financial burden because of anything can go wrong in the house. And but this is just my opinion, and this is just how I think, but I don't really remember in this program them going into like getting, I may be remembering it wrong, but I would want to get my house paid off as fast as possible. And that's what I'm slowly working on. It may not seem like much, but I think I might up the amount that I'm paying each month. I get paid bi-weekly, and I have an additional $50 coming out of, so it ends up being $1,200 at the end of the year that I'm putting towards the principal of the house, which is like a whole nother mortgage payment for me. This would probably be a pretty good stopping point here. I'll probably have to, like I said, break this into a couple of parts here, and I can get involved in this in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and I don't know how many parts this is going to be, but we'll find out. And see you guys on the next one.